So please don't be afraid to put in the work to see the things that you want to see. There's no way you can see someone who's been great at something for 10 years and you don't want to get started at it. That's not making sense. What's not clicking? You got to put up the dukes at wanting to be great by starting anew. And beginning something always means that you are ready. Well, welcome back. My name is Joy or Joe, whichever you want to call me, and this is my channel where we interact, we work out, and we get it popping. Now today, we're going to do another at-home workout. I cover these because I enjoy at-home workouts. Also, let's just go ahead and, this is one of my first designs. We're not even selling the white anymore. These are my first designs of my shirt. I sweat on the back. I'm sweating or you with my logo. If you want one, holler at your girl. Also, we're covering a TRX workout. You can purchase these. I'm going to put the Amazon link. And I guess maybe Dick's, because that's probably the only people that I feel like I'm supporting right now. I need to make sure that Dick's is still good, but I'm gonna check if, I know they have these available. We're gonna be using these. It's 2 of them, and you hook them to your door, okay? Now, you also have these at the gym. If you guys go to the gym, y'all have seen these before. They're probably attached to a higher bar where they have the pull-ups, and you can do a full workout just from here. I like to make sure that if you are going in the gym, that you are at least not moving around a lot. I don't want to have you moving too much because it's already enough going on in there. So I want to make sure that I keep you at a solid place where you can still get a really good, effective workout. So there's enough talking. Let's go ahead and start the workout. Before we get anything started, please go and stretch. I just did a 2-mile run, which is why I have my sweatband on, as well as I'm sweating in areas that I should not be. But I still want us to make sure that we get at least a 10 to 15 minute stretch in. I will be recording a video for the warm-up, so you guys can have that. Y'all can use that for your pre-workout as well as your post stretch anytime you're feeling tight. But we'll get there. Please stretch before you get started, okay? If you're already stretched and you're ready to go, I need you to grab some Wawa, put her over to the side, a towel if you're outside like me, and let's get her going. We're gonna start off with pull-ups, so we're going all the way down to the ground. La 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 la, la 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 la. So with pull-ups or any other thing where you're focusing on your back or your lats, you wanna already start yourself. I say set yourself so you're already ready to start the exercise, instead of starting the exercise using the wrong muscles and then you eventually pulling or just not getting the workout in an effective manner. So pull-ups, where you do have options here. You can stay down to the ground, you can come up to where you stop and then come back down, okay? It doesn't matter how far you go up, you just want to be able to see if you can pull yourself up, okay? So we have 10 of those. So we're starting off here, and I'm just gonna tap down. For me, I'm trying to get my pull-ups back. I used to could do 3. I ain't never been no beast at them, but I've always wanted to have them because I feel like I always tell my clients, I at least want you to be able that if you're hanging from a building at any point, you can pull yourself up. I think we have one more. And always remember, if you're doing standing exercises for your arms, specifically upper body, with this tool, the deeper you bring your feet inside, the more complex it is. The more you stand up, the less complex it is, okay? So we're gonna do open flies. We're opening here and back down, okay? So we're pulling straight from that back, okay? And that control back down is still a part of the exercise. So you don't wanna collapse in the middle of or at the end when you're coming out, okay? I think we had 7. Let me see. I didn't even look to see. 8. Okay. All right. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't count. Yes, it was 8. Okay. Next, we're going to give our arms a break. We're going into our switch lunges holding the TRX, okay? This is going to be something where it's more power. So you are going to be jumping, okay? If you can't jump, you can alternate here together, okay? Boom, together. If you jumping is fine with you, we're gonna alternate. We have 8 on each side, okay? Still, once again, of course, activate that core, belly button and spine, deep breath in, exhale out with each movement. Pick and choose how you're gonna do it, okay? If you can't remember the way that I'm telling you to, just make sure you're breathing each rep, okay? Your lungs need that oxygen. Ready? 8 on each leg, and you can start in that position, and let's go. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Good job. Everybody's levels are different. If you couldn't go down this deep, or if you sprung up more, good job, okay? We're going into rows next. Grabbing those weights. Grabbing those bands again. We're going down. So you want to have your hips squared. So no hips here, no hips here, and not like this necessarily. We're not in this angle. You could do your rows like that, but you're not in that angle. I like to keep my heels on the ground, but you can definitely keep your whole foot on the ground if you feel more comfortable. Just like I told you, the more you take your legs in, the more complex it is, okay? We have 12 of these. You'll see it on the screen though. I think we got 2 more. That's one. Ooh. And you wanna, of course, keep that core tight because that's gonna help you keep those hips squared, okay? Now, you're gonna look at me a little strange. This may be a little complex. It may be a little weird for me because I rarely do it from home, but we're still gonna work it, okay? We're doing plank tucks, okay? So we're gonna put our feet inside of these, okay? And we're going to tuck our legs in towards our chest as we're in our plank position, okay? You wanna put your feet not in the same area where you would necessarily hold your hands in. You wanna put it in the other pocket. It's gonna be more comfortable in that other pocket. It's softer, and that is what I believe it's intended for. Things of this nature. So you're gonna have to move your TRX down. So if mine is on like a level 2, I brought it down to like 4 so it can reach this area. So my legs, of course, are not elevated towards the sky. And we have 10 of these. Once I get in that position, we're just gonna go, okay? Okay. And same thing as with any plank. You want your shoulders parallel to your wrist, and you want to be, of course, pulling in, engaging that core, but also breathing at the same time. We got a lot of work to do, but such is life, okay? We're in here, and find your footing as I am. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Go ahead and take those legs out. Okay, one more on the ground. We're not going to use the TRX with this one. We're going to do one that you've, of course, heard of before. We're doing side planks. So we're gonna get it started. Now, you do have the options of, let me show you here. Stack your feet like so. You can set your feet up like this, one in front of the other. You can also do it from your knee if need to. Okay, so just keep all of those options in mind. We have 30 seconds on each side, and we're up. You can place that hand down if you need to, and of course you could be on your hand. I just ended up on my elbow, and now we gotta stay here. We got 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on out. Good. All right, let's switch on over to the other side. The other side. Okay. 6, 8, 9, and we're up. My phone over here helping me record, so I don't have anything to keep me updated besides the timer on the good old camera. Also, if you want to alternate from hands to elbow, you can do that as well. Oh man. Sorry, y'all. Good, and come down. Y'all was supposed to already have been down. I'm sorry, I got a little lost. Okay, that's first round. Let's get you some water. And now we'll get back to the talking and working out of it all. We're back for round 2. Starting back with our 10 pull-ups. And let me be straight up with y'all. I had a completely different topic I was gonna speak on as we worked out. But after careful consideration, I decided I probably need to change it. 5, 6, 7. Okay, on to our next one, pistol squats. Okay. Some of you guys know, because I'm very vocal about it, that I am recently divorced. And although I didn't go into complete detail because, child, my life, your entertainment. It really could be. I think I'll speak my story when and however it's time. We have 10 pistol squats on each side. Remember, ground that heel, pinky toe, and big toe to the ground. Pull or get most of that strength from that quad, that ankle. Go down as far as you can. Okay, inhaling, exhaling, each one. We may not even talk that much because, baby, it's advanced when it's that's a little winded. But one thing I do want to hint on is that I've been reading, I've maybe read, I could say 8 to 10 self-help books within the past 2.5 years that have kind of shifted a lot of my thinking. It's assisted me in my healing. You can touch down too, I'm sorry. And I think so many times as somebody who creates and wants things to be so good and so perfect and so right, we skip over, here goes the dogs, we skip over the part where things are shaky. Life is hard. We're questioning everything. We're wondering why? What did I do? How do I get out of this? And I've had several talks with women, and I've told them I understand why women stay in tumultuous relationships that literally may be killing them, because there's something that humbles you about starting over again. That begin anew, begin again, for some of us, is very grounding. It brings a humility that we don't speak enough about, right? We're going into those flies next, 8 of those, okay? Then we taking a break from our upper body again. And for me, I am still moving through that part. So instead of trying to give you a polished version, but I was going to speak about, I can tie it all in, because what the topic was going to be today was about beginning, starting over or starting something new and being okay with that. That's one of the most intimidating things that people experience entering the health field to any degree, whether it be starting a new class at the gym you just signed up for. It's always that first day, right? That first few months, that time when you're getting adjusted, acclimated to something that we sometimes shun away from, we run away from. And it ties so much into my life because I ran into my ex-husband's arms. Because I was running from things, I ran to the thing that embraced me. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it was unhealthy. I regret nothing, even in learning, having to be in a place, starting over, all over again, losing, giving up everything. I still am very much satisfied with the way I realized I was running and it wasn't healthy. The first month, really, let's back up. The first few days of me really realizing, because with a lot of people in any relationship, when you get away from the relationship that may not mean the best for you, you hear things clear. We have the rose nicks. You're better at seeing the signs because you're not in the environment. You taking yourself out of the environment to see things. And so them first few days, when I realized that he wasn't gonna fight for me the way I knew he should have fought for me, especially in the grand scheme of finding out later all of the shit that he did. Those first few days were the most impactful because they felt like the biggest whirlwind I'd experienced, right? It was that realization that, oh shit, you about to have to start over. You gave 10 years of your life to this. You dedicated your life to this shit, but it didn't work. It didn't bring back the seed you wanted, the crop you wanted. So get the hell out before harvest season comes again and you're pissed. So my first note that I could tie into everything is that not wanting to be a beginner saves us from the emotional cost of the ego deflation, of not being the best, of this not being the relationship that you thought it was going to be. That moment where you have to say, oh, I don't know shit. I thought I knew what I was doing. I thought I had this shit under control. I thought we were gonna be okay. I thought I had this workout regimen under wraps, but I don't. I'm all over the place. I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. And now I'm drawn away from wanting to start over again because my ego will suffer because of it. I could go back home. I can act like everything is okay, and then won't nobody know my shit is in turmoil. I won't have to answer people when they ask, where is he? Uh-oh. Okay, there it goes. 2. I won't have to explain to everybody what happened, how I was disrespected. I won't have to tell my story. I won't have to go through it. So it saved me for a very long time because I was on autopilot. It saved me from that ego hit. I'm gonna do my side planks from my hands. Let's go. Okay. Oh shit, I should have started. Boom. 2, 1, and we're in there. Whoa. This is a country girl because I'm on concrete with no shoes on, no socks. Let me tell you about this country shit. And I can't see, I did the same thing. Okay, I think 2, 1, and come down. Yeah, I was right. All right, we're gonna go to this side instead. Okay, we're doing good, you guys. Y'all look good. I know y'all do. We're just talking. Not as much as stated. Because we ain't got time for that. Okay? And we're up. Remember, the more you keep this hip up, that's what you're really working, that oblique. So you want to keep it as far away from the ground as possible. And we just got like 20 more seconds. We got it. Yeah, we're right at 2 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and come on out. Good job. Take that break again. Uno más. Okay, so we're gonna start from the bottom and then work our way up, okay? Just to be safe. Last round anyways. So we'll start with our side planks. So my next note that I put up is being a beginner at anything is saying you're actually ready, which is so evident once again if I take it into my life. One of the hardest things I have to continue to tell my environment is that I'm ready. Because so many times my habits as to which I'd grown comfortable and invited certain things in my life, I now have to tell them things that I had grown so comfortable with that no, you're not welcome here anymore. We're not gonna take it. No, we ain't gonna take that shit. And my shit don't leave easy. Or that I really want what I'm saying I want. If I say I don't want to talk to that man no more, guess what's gonna happen? That man gonna text me. I'm going to be persuaded to do exactly what I said I would not do. And it is on me if I feed into it, which is habit, or if I do something different. It is very easy to say how hard something is when you are not taking into account we do hard shit every day. And come on out. And so many times you get caught up in what hard shit you doing that you forget that hard shit is hard shit. Yes, some things may be a little more difficult, but that does not take away from the benefit and how bad you need it. If you really want to do something different with your life as far as health is concerned, you really got to see what works for you And that takes consistency. We're in, sorry. And we're in there. Okay. Yeah, so you have to build some type of consistency. You can't say it's hard. It's gonna be hard, babes. You see this? Hard. Do I want to do it? No, not all the time. No. This is the day after Super Bowl Sunday. I don't even like football, but we always have a party because we're a party family. And the day after you have all of the stuff you want, your cravings call your name the following day. Come on out. Okay. And they question your gangster. They ask you, do you really not want this? So my body is already on a shorter amount of energy that it typically would be. So no, I didn't want to do this. I knew I had to do this. And my last note, which I think feeds into what I'm just saying, every time you do, your experience level increases. Every time you're able, we're going into those tucks. Every time you're able to see your progression, whether that be, hey, I went from doing a mile to 2 miles. Hey, my mile dropped from 15 minutes to 14 minutes. 15 minutes to 14 minutes and 45 seconds. When you get to see your progress, it increases the chances of you continuing to do things. With me, my healing journey, y'all, is a non-linear journey. There are seasons because it's been, 2.5 years now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, we're coming up. Because things have been different for me, I've had a lot of moments where I have seen my progress grow, my self-worth, my self-value, self-esteem, the way I take care of myself, the way I know how to love people better because I know how to love myself first better. These things were a part of a long process that I had to experience. But had I not started taking those steps to doing the things that weren't as comfortable, I wouldn't be able to see the progress that I have now. Going into your rose necks. For me, when I'll never forget, in 2018, I had a gym membership at Planet Fitness. And there was something in me that was saying, you need to document. Now, I was thinking, I was trying to be one of the rose necks, the internet girlies. So I put it up, but I was nervous as hell because my stuff didn't look like theirs. I was new to it and it was hard. But from 2018, 2 more, 11, 12. From 2018 to now 2025, the progress of me picking up my camera and putting it on the dumbbell and trying to angle it so people could see me standing up doing workouts in the stretching area of the gym because I wasn't confident enough to go inside of the main area, helped me be who I am today. To be able to make content for you guys, to be able to make content for thousands of people. I know I will be able to because of the progress that I'm making. If I've done this in this amount of time, what else am I capable of if I keep the continuation of this going? If I'm not afraid to be a beginner at editing, at voiceovers, at recording myself through social media, what can't I be better at in a year if I don't start now? And that's something that I always tell my clients. My retention rate is so high with my clients because I always tell them, give yourself a year. Give yourself a year's time. Show yourself, your body, through whatever difficulties you may have, because we may not work out every week of the entire year, right? We may slip up. Somebody may get sick. Somebody may have to call out. You may be out of town for something. You may be on vacation, but give yourself the consistency of a year. And if you don't feel any type of progress to want to keep going, switch it out. I would too. That's enough time. But so many times we don't give ourselves enough time. You give yourself 2 weeks. You give yourself 4 weeks maybe. You give yourself the first 3 months. You know, because spring break comes, we're going into our switch lunges. Last one, we got this. Don't sweat it. Engage that core. Let's go. And it's all good when creating these things that we want to do. But once we got to stand up and get at the line, oh, I think this is 7, 8. Ouch. It hurts. We're scared. We're afraid. We have excuses. We don't want to do it. We don't think it's possible. And in doing that, you only prolong that process while still damaging your ego, right? Your ego is still going to get damaged even if you don't do it just as well as you think your ego will get damaged of you. Open flies next. 8 of those, okay? We almost done, y'all, these last 3 exercises. So, you know, I wanted to talk about that because I just finished reading. I read multiple books at a time, but I finished reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck and what was the other book I just was reading? I gotta think on it. Give me a second. I'm still reading Artist Way, actually. But she talks a lot about being a beginner because as creatives, because we all are creatives because we come from a creator, we hold ourselves back because we don't want to begin anything new. And I think that's defining of how we move throughout our lives in general. We will hold ourselves back from doing something because we don't want to start over. We don't want to be the oldest in the class. We don't want to be the most inexperienced out of everybody. We want to just automatically be really good at it without giving any type of experience, any type of time, any type of dedication. We just want to be good at it. And if we can't be good at it, we might as well not start it, because who wants to be a beginner? I do. I want to continue to allow everything that is around me that can get bigger, that I'm ready to make it bigger. I don't want to be the person who's so into what she's doing that she forgets to value the structure of how things can get better. The more you learn, knowing you don't know anything, knowing I'm wrong about just about everything, opening myself up to be a student as much as I possibly can, makes you a greater teacher, makes you more understanding, makes you a better person to train. That sounded like TS though. That's what made me laugh. But having those moments of beginning again, no matter how many times it is, lets everything around me know that I am fully prepared, even if my head, I feel like I'm not. And that's one of the greatest ways to keep growing in life, to be okay with being somebody's understudy, being okay with not being the best in the class as soon as you get there, not being the smartest in the field or in the subject, but understanding that wanting to be better allows your ego to know that you're ready to learn. So sit down, it's not your time. and let your environment know that you're ready. You're ready for something new. You're ready for something great. You're ready for big shit. And as liberating as leaving a man who did not appreciate and respect me was, it has been. My grandma is the hardest, the second hardest thing in my entire life. And I was homeless. Eight. Oh my God, what's that? 9. One more. And 10. Oh. Okay. All right, let's do our closing remarks. Thank y'all so much for staying with me all 3 rounds. Hope you guys enjoyed the workout. I hope this is an advanced workout, so I didn't really talk about modifications on purpose, because if you clicked it, either you just was intrigued to watch it or you understood that it was going to be advanced. I do have beginner and intermediate videos for you. I will create some for the TRX because I do enjoy her. She's a great tool to use, a great at-home tool to use that you can use for multiple things that you could clearly see. Full body, upper body, lower body, core, whatever you need, it's there for you. Last remark I think I want to make about just making sure that you're okay with becoming a beginner at anything. Listen, y'all, I left my relationship and had nothing but my tennis shoes that he bought me, my wedding dress, my wedding ring, and my clothes. I left so much shit at that house when I was leaving because so many things reminded me of that. I didn't want it to become a part of my life. And so I left it. And 2.5 years later, I am still trying to find my footing. Things take time. As much as we don't want to begin things, beginning things changes lives. It changes the trajectory of our lives. It makes serious adjustments and changes that we need to create better, stronger, effective lifelines and communities so that we can do something that makes sense. I don't want to be here making videos to you guys with this beautiful, landscape and giving you guys this curved body that's perfect and chiseled and telling you that you can do it, and not showing you the groundy and the gritty part. You're going to see me move into my apartment because you're seeing me at my sister and my mama house. I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to allow you to see that this shit is possible. It's hard, but such is life. And if I'm fighting or if I'm going to fight for anything, I might as well fight for my goddamn self. So if you are trying to begin anything, please put that ego in the passenger seat and allow yourself to be great at something. The more we put time into it, the more I put this camera up, the more I record, even on the days where I don't want to, I don't feel inspired, the better I become, and the more the words come out of me like mud bucket. They ooze out of me. They come out of me organically. And I know if I keep putting in this work, what I want, I will see. So please don't be afraid to put in the work to see the things that you want to see. There's no way you can see someone who's been great at something for 10 years and you don't want to get started at it. That's not making sense. What's not clicking? You got to put up the dukes at wanting to be great by starting anew. And beginning something always means that you are ready. Change your perspective, change your mind, you change your life, okay? I appreciate y'all. I love y'all for rocking with me. Share this with somebody who needs to hear it and has a TRX tool at their house. I'm gonna put the link. If I don't remember, let me know and I'll put the link in the description of the video so you guys know where you can find this. You can go anywhere. I'm not gonna say the 2 stores that I'm not shopping at, so I won't advise that. I may show you Dick's because I don't even want to put up Amazon's link. But in all things, be great, find your purpose, be okay with beginning, and be kind to yourself so you are kind to someone else. You do not know what people are facing, and you do not know how you can change the trajectory of their lives. All right. I love y'all one more time. Like, share, and comment, and then most of all, subscribe to my channel. We're going hard in 2025. They not like,